Earlier today, live at 5, stopped by the famed Rockingham Dragway. We sat down with Dragway President Steve Earwood to talk about the upcoming racing season, the Epicenter Music Festival, and much more. We're here with Rockingham Dragway President and owner Steve Earwood. Steve, we really appreciate you letting us join you out here. So first of all, how long have you been the owner here of the Rock?
This is my 27th year.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the history of the Dragway.
Well, this is our 50th year. The track opened in 1969, and for a number of years only had one national event or two national events a year. And then when we took over in 1992, we expanded where we did as many as 90 events a year.
Okay. So obviously one of the bigger events coming this year, everybody's talking about, is the Epicenter Music Festival. That's going to be later on in May. First of all, why was it so important to get that here in Rockingham?
Well, it's been the biggest event that's ever happened in the Sandhills. It'll be bigger than U.S. Open, any NASCAR racing thing we happen, and it was very key. We had other markets trying to get the event, quite frankly, and we priced it where it could easily make it work here more so than other markets. Other markets, the venues wanted to share the concessions, the food and beverage. Here, I'm giving them 100% of the food and beverage, and the county has worked so well with them. Brian Land and our county commissioners have really been over backwards for these folks and made them feel welcome. So that's why they chose our facility and our market in Richmond County, and they actually made a 10-year commitment.
All right, excellent. So also another big event coming up right after that, literally, is the Rugged Maniac. Of course, that's been here for a couple of years now. Again, one of those big events. How important is that one as well here to Richmond County?
It's very important. You know, when the NASCAR went away across the street, we had to diversify because we used to piggyback off of that event by parking RVs and landing airplanes, so on and so forth. When we lost that revenue, I realized we had to diversify and find other events. Motorsports is very strong in this country, as you know, but it's suffered since 2007, 2008 during the slowdown. So this is when I started looking at other events to supplement the lost income, losing the NASCAR races and losing the drag racing national events. The Rugged Maniac event is a great event. It's a contestant-driven event where 7,000 runners come in that morning and they compete in the event and then they leave. And this is one thing that I've said more than one time is we try to have events where obviously we got to attract people from outside our community. We're very limited to our population here. So most of our events, primarily people come from out of state, and they come to Richmond County, they spend their money, they spend a night, then they leave, and we don't have to worry about educating their kids or paying for their Medicare.
Right. So with those two events being back-to-back weekends, just out of curiosity, when Epicenter leaves, how quickly will all that get broken down?
They'll start breaking down on Sunday, even though while the concert's going on. Okay. They have 3 different stages. The Rugged Maniac people will come in on Thursday, actually during the event, and they'll set up their obstacle course back in the woods, which won't be part of the Epicenter. And it's just kind of all happens one at the same time.
Okay, yeah, it takes a lot of coordination, doesn't it?
Awful lot of coordination.
Yeah. So speaking of stock car racing, of course, that's one of the main things, one of the main reasons people come here. Events starting this weekend until Christmas, basically. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, we've got drag racing, as you know, is our main focus here. We've got a motorcycle event tomorrow, and the weather's looking great for Saturday. And then we've got a truck race and car show on Sunday, event that's done very well for us over the years. This is the 4th year we've done it. Then the following weekend, we've got a racer appreciation race. We've actually a free entry race. I did the first one of these some 18 years ago. We had 700 racers show up.
Wow.
And that worked very well. So that kind of caught on across the country. And it's a free entry, but we charge, for pit pass and I have admission, and events do very well. And then we're off and rolling. We got something every weekend, as you say, till about Christmas.
Right. And last question here. Regarding those events, some of the bigger ones here, besides Epicenter, Rugged Maniac, the ones coming up this weekend, what are some of the highlights looking forward between now and December?
Our Super Chevy show really does very well in September. It's an all-Chevy event. We've got a Mopar race in April. Actually, it's Easter Saturday. And that event we've done for some 27 years, one of the biggest Mopar races in the country. We have several bracket races we call, which, again, are participant-driven, but pay very big money. We had one last October, paid $100,000 a day to win for 3 days, had 569 entries from all over the country. So we've got links out at RockinghamDragway.com. You'll see our full schedule.
All right. That's what I was actually, I lied. That's not my last question. My last question now is, if anybody's interested in tickets in anything here at the Dragway, how do they need to go about that?
We're here 9 days a week. Call us or check us out at RockinghamDragway.com.
All right. Steve Earwood, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Epicenter is expected to have a $40 million impact on the regional economy and draw around 100,000 hard rock and heavy metal fans to see Tool, the Foo Fighters, Judas Priest, Rob Zombie, Korn, and many other bands to the 3-day festival. The music festival is set for May 10th through the 12th. The fifth of 6 suspects wanted for multiple crimes spanning at least 5 counties in 2 states has been apprehended. Tamonte Purvis was arrested Monday by agents with the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation, deputies with the Robeson County Sheriff's Office, and officers with the Pembroke Police Department, according to a Facebook post from the Scotland County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigative Unit. Investigators say Purvis of Bennettsville was taken to Fayetteville and served with multiple warrants. Prior to his arrest, Purvis was out on bond from pending charges from the Bennettsville Police Department and has warrants from the Marlboro County Sheriff's Office for second-degree burglary and failure to stop for blue lights. The Hamlet Police Department has charged Purvis with larceny of a motor vehicle for allegedly stealing a Honda Ridgeline from Terry Street on February 10th. Investigators say the vehicle was recovered by the Laurinburg Police Department following a chase with someone else driving it. Police are still investigating, and more charges are likely, according to Detective Captain Randy Dover. The 6 are accused and suspected of a high number of car, home, and convenience store break-ins and burglaries in Cumberland, Scotland, Richmond, and Moore counties. Richmond Senior High School choral student Ashley Adamson wasn't expecting what she received Thursday morning, a full music scholarship from Methodist University. The presentation was made by Dr. Susan Durham Lozall and Dr. Michael Martin from Methodist University in front of the chorus at Cole Auditorium. The private Fayetteville College was one of several institutions the senior applied to, the others being Elon University, the North Carolina School of the Arts, and Wingate University. Adamson said it was definitely the school that she felt she could make a home at. Adamson said she began singing when she was about 4 or 5 years old. After graduating, Adamson hopes to jumpstart a career in opera or on Broadway. A first-year recognition award was presented Wednesday to Chief Michael Scott Waters of the Hamlet Police Department. The award was presented by Dale Royer from the National Child Safety Council in recognition of the police department's participation in the NSCS Safety Pup program over the past year. Safety Pup helps children learn and remember the basics of child safety. The diversified program allows the police department to visit with youngsters and teach children how to stay safe and drug-free. The educator-designed materials the police departments receive each year are filled with games, pictures, puzzles, riddles, rhymes, and songs. The department is currently mailing letters requesting contributions to the 2019-2020 program, which will begin this fall. Anyone who would like to be included as a sponsor and help support this worthwhile program should send their donation to Hamlet Police Department's P.O. Box 1229 in Hamlet. All right, and we return. We've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up right after the break.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is an occasional shop located at 122 South Hancock Street in Rockingham, North Carolina. We are open the first weekend of each month, Thursday through Saturday. We strive to offer unique selections of vintage, antique, handmade, and new goods. Each month we'll fill the shop with hand-picked home decor, furniture, and gifts. If you are looking for something out of the ordinary, then we're the place for you. You can find the shop dates and hours on our website at willowtreeantiquesandgifts.com. We would love to see you during our next occasional shop dates.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on Hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, Hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection, friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
Today's Live at 5 weather report is brought to you by McNair Auto Sales. And as you can see on the office cam behind me, it's been another one of those wet, on and off, dreary days. Doesn't seem like the sun is ever going to come back out. It's part of this wacky North Carolina weather that we've seen quite a lot of lately. But as we take a look at the map, some nice weather is on the way, and we'll let you know just how much here in just a moment. But taking a look at the map again, up in Fayetteville for tomorrow, a high of 64, a low of 46. Down in Lumberton, 66 for the high, 51 for the low. Back up in Rayford, a high of 64 for tomorrow, low of 46. And up in Moore County and Southern Pines, a high of 64, a low of 45. Down 74 east in Laurinburg for tomorrow, a high of 66, a low of 50. Right here in Richmond County, up in the northern end in Ellerby, expect a high of 64, a low of 47. Much the same right here in Rockingham for tomorrow, 65 for the high, 48 for the low. And then across the PD River in Wadesboro, high of 66, low of 48. But as you can see, throughout the entire Sand Hills area, should be partly cloudy for tomorrow. No rain expected, which brings us to the 5-day weather outlook. And as I just mentioned, as we move further through the weekend, tomorrow should be beautiful, a high of 65, a low of 48 tomorrow night. As we push further into the weekend, though, on Sunday, quick storm supposed to move through. Shouldn't last too long, but expect 80% chance of precipitation on Sunday with a high of 65, a low of 50. As we get into next week on Monday, though, more sunshine on the way. A beautiful day, high of 54, a low all the way down of 31. So we're going to start creeping back into freezing temperatures, at least at night, once we begin next week. That continues on Tuesday. Another beautiful day, high of 47, low all the way down again to 22 on Tuesday night. So actually some snow or some sort of wintry mix could be expected then. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on that as we get closer to it. And then next hump day on Wednesday, beautiful day again during the day, high of 43. Again, one of those freezing nights all the way down to 23. And that is going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report. When we return, we've got your RO Sports update. That's coming up right after the break, so stay tuned.
I'm Joey Bennett, Director of Cole Auditorium, and this is Emily Tucker from the Richmond County Chamber of Commerce, and we're here in the Cole Auditorium. We've got a whole new series of shows we're announcing for 2019, and we're very excited about who we're bringing to Richmond County.
So, Joey, what do I have to look forward to?
We have 3 fabulous shows that we're so excited about that are going to be right here at Cole Auditorium. Scotty McCreary, Craig Morgan, and Hotel California.
And where do I go to find these tickets?
You call us here at the box office, 910-410-1691, or come by and see us.
At Kyocera, we see your company differently. We see your documents, how they're accessed, what it takes to keep them secure, and how well your workflow is flowing.
Kyocera helps your entire document infrastructure run more efficiently, securely, and cost-effectively.
And what we see is an opportunity to integrate all of it.
Heading into the 2019 season opener Wednesday, Lady Raider head softball coach Wendy Wallace knew addressing mental toughness was on her team's to-do list this spring. What she didn't expect was having to battle out of a late-game deficit to earn Richmond's first win. Welcoming in Anson High School to kick off the new campaign, the Lady Raiders scored 13 runs in the 6th inning to overcome a 6-run deficit. A couple of key hits and 4 RBIs apiece from senior Taylor Parrish and sophomore Paige Ransom helped the Lady Raiders secure their first win of the season, 16-10. Rain moved into the area during the middle innings and quickly impacted both pitchers' performances. Richmond's Grayson Way and Anson's Ashlyn Gatewood combined for 8 wild pitches, while allowing 23 of the game's 26 runs to be scored in the 5th and 6th innings. The Lady Raiders will be back in action and open SAC play on Tuesday, March 5th at Purnell Sweat High School. First pitch is set for 7 p.m. The number 15 Richmond Senior High boys basketball team saw its postseason run come to an end Thursday as it fell to number 2 Independence High School 58-39. On the road against the reigning NCHSAA 4A state champion Patriots, The Raiders let a close first quarter slip away during the second round contest. A low-scoring second quarter by Richmond proved to be a key point in its inability to come back. But for second-year head coach Donald Pettigrew, he noted how proud he was of his players' efforts despite seeing the season draw to a close. Senior forward Xavier Pettigrew, who is Coach Pettigrew's son, led the Raiders with 13 points in his final game in green and gold. On being able to coach his son the past 2 seasons, Pettigrew said it was a, quote, great experience and was glad Zay left it all on the court against Independence. RO Sports will publish a season recap next week on RichmondObserver.com. And that's going to do it for another edition of Live at 5. Be sure to keep up with all the latest from the RO by going to RichmondObserver.com or by downloading the free RO app for your Apple and Android devices. Of course, be sure to tune in to Good Morning Sand Hills Monday through Friday and catch the RO Sports Show every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Matt Harrelson. Have a great night and a great weekend, Richmond County.